So have you ever heard of ants in gin before? Probably not. I mean, just check it out. There's actually ants inside this bottle. Now I know what you're thinking. What does this green ant gin taste like? Is it any good? Well, you're about to find out, and we're starting right now. So guys, welcome to the channel. My name's Tim. Thanks for joining us on Tim and Tonic, where we discover the world's best gins and how to drink them. So today we're reviewing 7 Seasons Green Ant Gin, and as you just saw, there's actual ants inside this bottle. Unbelievable. It really might surprise you to learn that there's many different varieties of ants that are actually edible. Now, not all of them are edible though, so don't go out in your garden and start picking ants and chucking them in your gin. So the name green in this case actually refers to the variety of ants they use. Green ants are native to the Northern Territory and Queensland right here in Australia. So they're actually named for their bright green abdomens. And now you're probably thinking what they taste like. Well, it's kind of like this tart, citrus, lemon, lime-like flavor profile with also a little bit of earthiness too. I bet you that's not what you were expecting. So this gin itself, it was originally developed as a partnership between a very, very well-regarded distillery down here in Australia called 78 Degrees or Adelaide Hills Distillery in partnership with a guy called Daniel Mutler. So Dan is a former Aussie Rules football player, so quite famous, but he's also a really proud Larrakia man, which is one of our indigenous cultures from right here in Australia up in the Northern Territory. So Dan really wanted to bring all those flavors from his background to the world of gin in a really sustainable and ethical way. But now that his Green Ant Gin has gotten a little bit more popular, he's gone out and opened his own distillery called 7 Seasons Spirits, which is another little nod to his culture. So it all sounds super interesting. I bet you haven't tried another gin with ants in it before. If you have, let me know down in the comments below, because I'm just super keen to discover all of these different ant gins. Guess there's nothing else to do but give it a smell, see what the Green Ant Gin's all about. First thing I get is a big burst of citrus. It's really quite sharp, like a kind of a lime. Now, like I said, the ants themselves have quite a citrus character, maybe a little bit more fragrant, like a lemongrass or a lemon verbena. But this gin, I know they also use finger lime as a botanical, so maybe that's coming through a little bit here. The other thing I'm getting is a little bit of earthy, musty forest floor kind of flavor. Again, could be coming from the ants, but they probably use a nice little spice backbone in there in the botanical mix. Last but not least, obviously this is a gin, so you've got that piney resinous juniper, but it's quite fresh, almost like fresh pine needles. Maybe even a little bit of menthol mintiness there too. I tell you what, I love this nose. I just keep going back to it for more. Before we get on to tasting the Green Ant Gin, if you're liking the review, smash the like button now and let me know down in the comments what you think of this gin so far. I really hope this one tastes as good as it smells. Okay, wow, same again. I get a really big burst of limey, citrusy kind of flavors. Oh, that citrus edge is just so good, it's making my mouth water. Same thing as on the nose, I get a really nice earthy forest floor spice kind of backbone, which just grounds everything. Let me see what else there is. Oh yeah, definitely more of that super fresh pine flavor. It's super minty. It's almost like there's some chopped mint in here. I tell you what, this is a really good gin. And when you see ants in a bottle, maybe you're a little bit skeptical because you've had that bad experience with mezcal or tequila and worms in it and it being really bad quality. But this stuff is absolutely top notch. It's really, really stunning gin. So based upon all those flavors, how would I drink the Green Ant Gin? I think the beauty of this gin is not just that it's absolutely unique. You're not going to find many gins like it, but also the flavor profile is super versatile. You know, citrus with spice and juniper, it's just a match made in heaven that's going to work with pretty much anything you can throw at it. In my personal opinion, I played around with this gin a little bit before, and in terms of tonics, I really found that elderflower tonic just added an extra dimension and complexity and was just really, really delicious. I just think that extra layer of floral flavors just brightens things up and adds something that you don't really find in this gin already. As far as garnish goes, same rules apply. I really like adding those kind of fruity and floral flavors, so I reckon go for an apple. If you like something a little bit more acidic, then go for a green apple. If you want something a little bit sweeter, you can go for a red apple then. But if you're more of a cocktail kind of person, stick with those same rules of thumbs that I talked about for the gin and tonics. You could pretty much pair Green Ant Gin with anything you want to throw at it, but those fruity and floral cocktails are really where this shines and adds that amazing complexity. So, you know, we've talked about a few different ones like that before, like your bee's knees or your aviations, but one cocktail that I really love that most people don't know about is the 1930s Cosmopolitan. So what most people don't know is that the original Cosmo was actually made with gin and not cranberry, it was raspberries. So guys, as I'm recording this, I haven't done the 1930s Cosmo recipe on the channel yet, but I will do it soon, so make sure you subscribe to the channel so you don't miss out when it comes out. If I've already done it, as soon as it's ready, I'll put the link up in the cards here. In the meantime, head down to the comments and I'll put a recipe down there too. So guys, I bet you've been waiting for it now. What's my final verdict on the Green Ant Gin? All the points you need to know. This one's 42% alcohol. You can actually buy it in both 500 and 700ml bottles, which I think is great because then you have the options. If you want that bigger bottle and you want to get more gin, you can. But also if you want to try more different gins and you want to get a smaller bottle size to try more different kinds, you can do that too. So in terms of price, it's pretty similar. If you're buying that 500ml bottle, you're looking at about 65 bucks. If you're buying the 700ml bottle, you're looking at about $100. So it's definitely up there in terms of price when you compare it to all those other Aussie gins, but I just think as far as it goes, being unique, it's absolutely ticking all the right boxes. It's also an absolutely amazing flavor profile, really versatile. Even if you're a little bit skeptical about the ants, I really think you're gonna love this gin. And I mean, in terms of that price, you're talking about all these green ants, which are hand harvested, and then they're put inside the bottle, which must be so time consuming and tedious. You know, if you pull out this bottle to a whole bunch of friends, it's really gonna impress them, whether they're a gin lover, a gin purist, or they've never tried any other gin before. So guys, definitely the Green Ant Gin gets a big thumbs up from me. So guys, if you like the Green Ant Gin and want to discover more just like it, start right now by clicking subscribe just up here so you don't miss out on any new reviews as they come out on the channel. In the meantime, click through the playlist here and you can see all the gin reviews that I've already done. I hope you enjoyed the Green Ant Gin, guys. Until next time, cheers.